Bears fans YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Bears Fans Talk. I'm your host, Johnny CMD, here as always with Kevin, the main event Haggerty. Kevin, how are you? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. We'll start there before you kind of jump into it.
Let's just recap. I want to recap this concept that the Bears are actually good, and we're not out here every week. We went through the misery, but I think life is catching up with both of us a little bit right now with the dad life. But happy to be here. Happy we're in the playoffs. Happy we probably had the best Bears season in recent memory and the most optimism I believe that we have ever had.
Truly the best Bears season since 2018. Would you call? I have some memories of 2018. I do feel optimistic. I think the team was probably on par in terms of expectations.
I don't know. I have
maybe even more.
I have much more optimism. I feel like this is a more sustained team. Mitch was more of a questionable commodity.
We knew in 2018 that we were going to win maybe with Mitch, but not because of him.
Exactly, right.
We have a different perspective, but our defense was elite.
Did you see Mitch?
Was elite.
Did you see him ball out on week 18 in
Did
Buffalo?
He play?
Oh yeah.
Did he play Buffalo? I knew the bench were, but I didn't watch any of that game. Did he play well? They won, right?
Yeah, he killed.
I don't know how facetious you're being, but
no, I'm being serious. Mitch balled out.
Good for him.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what? I'll pull for him.
It is what it is.
When he got the backup commercial, what is it, Allstate?
No, Progressive.
I was just good for him.
I mean, he's leaning into the backup role. I mean,
all of them were. Even some of the better ones.
The Pasternak.
That was he was one of the original. And then there was also Snoop Huntley.
Oh, Snoop, he beat us this year.
Exactly. Yeah, there was somebody else. There was Teddy Two Gloves.
Teddy Two Gloves.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
So I was good for him and good for Mitch for winning in Buffalo.
Yeah.
My wife's got some family out there. The family spectrum ranges from I guess really, we got some Packers on my side of the family, but we got the Bears,
Sam.
Got Steelers, and then we got Bills.
Yeah.
And I'm in a group chat with a bunch of people whose number I don't have saved in my phone who are like, "Congrats on the Bears, John." I'm like, "Thanks, Uncle such and such." Hopefully they don't watch this. I don't send this podcast to this group chat, but
it's smart. Well, maybe you should.
Maybe I should. I totally out myself. Sorry, guys. If you're watching this, I don't have all of your numbers saved.
But what I'm going to say, though, is that it's a great time to be a Bears fan, John. And if you remember our Stroh Park Ridge article that we would coordinate the Super Bowl shuffle. Choreograph.
Yeah.
So just putting it out there. If they get there, we'll do it.
So we can talk a little bit about the Lions.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to spend most of our time talking about the trilogy of Packers games that we have coming up.
The only thing I want to share about the Packers or the Lions game, I don't like the way we started. We eventually came back, but I work with a guy. He's from Detroit, and he was in Detroit today, into Chicago from Detroit, and he goes, really sorry about last week. Awful for you guys to lose. I'm like, dude, we're playing on Saturday. What are you doing?
Detroit,
Detroit beat us twice, and they're happy about it, but it's cool. But you're not playing this weekend. We are.
They're taking so. I find it interesting sometimes going into other teams fan pages. They're in my algorithm a lot. And obviously I lived in Detroit for a period of time, so I get some of those anyway. But it's really interesting to see the narrative spun by other fans.
Sure.
And definitely one of the ones being spun is just Ben Johnson is still Dan Campbell's son. 0-2 against Dan Campbell, so they love it. You got to take your dubs wherever you can.
Agreed.
Yeah. A phrase that's been has been put into my vocabulary over the last 2 weeks, probably just from Barstool and Big Cat, spin zone. Just you got to spin it the way you got to spin it.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But I'm just kind of sitting over here and I've been in that position of last year in week 18 when the Bears beat the Packers. Right, but it's guess who got to play next week? The Packers did, and the Bears didn't.
Yeah.
And granted, a ton of momentum came from that, and
broke a 5-year losing streak.
Yeah, right. It was
so it mattered.
Yeah, it mattered.
It mattered to the Bears. I think the Lions got to understand that it matters to them, but we're not going to feel bad about it.
Oh, dude, I can care less. We're in the playoffs. They're not.
I did not expect when we beat the Bears in Lambeau in week 18 of last year. I did not expect them to genuinely care.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's just taking a monkey off of our backs for sure.
Agreed. But here we are this week. Anything else about the Lions?
I guess what I can say is, I really wish we had been podcasting the last couple of weeks because there's been such an interesting progression of the narrative surrounding the Bears. So we had the great win against the Packers. Then we lost in a shootout to San Francisco.
Unbelievable.
The narrative became this defense is bad. This offense is great, and that is who the Bears are, and that's not who the Bears are. The Bears went scoreless in the first half against the Lions. The defense, although allowed a ton of yards, they played a bend don't break style of football. Mm-hmm. I know at least one turnover, at least one interception at the end of the game. I'm not sure if there was a second one in there, but anyway, I mean they held steadfast in the red zone. They only allowed 19 points, and the offense didn't look good at times. So that's kind of where we're at.
What I would say, though, what I heard was that Ben Johnson in the postgame interview said something about how it was a pretty simple game plan. Yeah. And you kind of saw that.
They said they put together a very simple game plan, which is interesting. I don't really know what to make of that because he said it seemed like they wanted to win. Because the way things panned out, it ended up working out.
I thought they were going to bench Caleb at half.
Why? Oh, just because like they're down 2 scores?
They were just like, why do we want to risk injury? Like, why do we want to destroy our confidence?
Because we got the matchup we wanted. And I guess before we talk about
we didn't know the Eagles were going to lose, though.
Yeah, we didn't know that. Yeah, so like the Eagles game finished after ours concluded, so we didn't know, and it was tight.
It was a tight game.
It was a tight throughout. So as I was going into this week or going into the Lions game and looking at like the seeding and what could have happened, for those of you who don't know, had the Bears lost, which they did, and the Eagles won, the Bears would have ended up playing the Niners.
Would have been tough.
It would have been in Soldier Field, definitely a little bit different, but
not who I want to play.
The Packers, I think, objectively are the team that you want to beat or they want to play.
Well, the Packers the best, and I feel like you kind of got a little momentum against them. You definitely could have beat them the first time you played at Lambeau, and then you beat them at home. Granted, Jordan Love wasn't there. Yeah. Let's call it what it is. Yeah. Who was it?
Malik Willis.
Yeah, it was Malik Willis. Yeah. I got the Passernaut in my head for some reason right now.
What's the Passernaut's real name?
I don't know. I just know him as the Passernaut.
Whatever.
Anyways, I feel like we want the Packers, and this is exactly. I don't want to play the Niners again, honestly.
So, as I was kind of mentally going through the scenarios in my head, there was part of me, and I'm going to be honest, I think it depends on like how much sleep I'd gotten that day or what my general mind frame was. There's a part of me, and I think some people said it in our group chat, it's just like, if we lose to the Packers, just throw that out there, it would be a much more devastating loss than losing to anyone else in the NFC.
Not only that, I feel like it would diminish, I said this, and I've been saying it would diminish all the greatness of the season. It would overshadow it. Yes. Because it's going to be kind of like the last game, and you're going to lose at home, and it kind of sets the precedent for the next X amount of years under the Caleb and Ben Johnson regime. With that being said, God forbid they do lose, which they're not going to, but if they did, this is the type of team that I feel like can come back and come out of it. It's what I've noticed about the Bears that I do like the most is that they are a very resilient team.
Yeah,
they're professionals, obviously, but at the same time, though, like I feel like at any given point they can score, which is something that we haven't seen from the Bears offense before. Sure, they're hot and they're cold, and that Niners game showed how when they're hot.
Yeah. I mean,
boy, they can score in bunches.
So the point I'm trying to make is part of me going into it is just like, you know what? It'd be easier for me if we lose in the first round of the playoffs to walk away feeling a little bit better about the season if it was not to the Packers. However, on a day I am well rested, I am feeling like my best self, and I am just like up for the challenge of the day at hand. It's just like, let it be the Packers. Like let's have this moment.
Yeah,
let's put it out there. You know, basically, it's not that I don't want to play the Packers because they are objectively the worst team in the NFC other than the Carolina Panthers.
What do you mean, the Panthers?
Obviously, other than
I want to play Bryce
Panthers.
Young, baby.
That'd be wild. But the stakes are just raised to a level because it's the Packers.
Yeah,
and you know, and that, you know, it's a higher high, it's a much lower low.
There's a reason we got the Saturday night game, in my opinion. It's going to be epic. It's going to be, all eyes are going to be on it. Like, I think of all the slots, I think the Saturday night game's the best game, obviously, because people can go out to bars and they'll watch it. And like, I think the NFL is expecting just an absolute bloodbath.
You know what blows my mind? This is the stat that I saw this week. How many times have the Bears and the Packers played each other in the playoffs?
Over 200. Oh, in playoffs.
In the playoffs.
Okay, so before I answer that question, let me ask a qualifying question. So prior to the traditional playoffs, there used to just be like one game, right? It used to just be like a NFC Championship
I don't know when
game.
that would have happened, but sure.
Yeah,
probably
even like the original Super Bowls, I think it was just like a 2-round playoff.
could be
So with that being said, I'm gonna say 10.
2 times.
Wow. Okay.
2 times.
Okay.
1941.
Okay. Wow.
Western Division Playoff is what ChatGPT is telling me it's called.
Wow.
And the other time in our lifetime, do you remember? I remember watching this game.
No, I don't remember. Was no, never mind.
2010 NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler goes down, I believe, in somewhere in the middle.
Is that when he pulled his hamstring?
I think it was an MCL, I believe. Got a lot of bad press.
Yeah, I remember he sat out.
Yeah, he sat basically on a bike. Lots of people in the media. I remember athletes like tweeting, being like, "This is a game for the Super Bowl. You get out there for your team." Got a lot of bad press for it. I think after the fact, people backed up, and I think he didn't MRI. He like tore his MCL or something like that.
I mean,
so the Bears lost 21-14. A lot of the Packers accounts that are in my algorithm have been showing the interception by B.J. Raji, the defensive tackle who picked off Caleb Haney and brought it back for a touchdown.
Caleb Haney, that was his name. I said Chad Haney.
Chad
Haney, yeah, Caleb Haney. Was that what it was?
Caleb
Yeah.
Haney is
I knew it was. I was close like that. He wasn't bad though. He was.
So the Bears have been playing
Surfer Boy.
The Bears have been playing each other for about 100 years and only met in the playoffs. This will be the 3rd time. Bears won in 1941, so the series is even at 1-1.
Okay, those are dumb stats.
It's not a dumb stat. It's interesting. I guess the fact that that they haven't. They're in the same conference.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how many times the Bears have played the Vikings. How many times have the Bears played the Vikings?
Let's put it this way. This is the most meaningful game, I think, in Bears.
In our lifetimes, other than the Super Bowl.
I was going to say Super Bowl number 1. This is probably the most meaningful game. And I couldn't be more excited. I think there's a lot of things that could happen for the Bears that I'm interested to see. We kind of talked about it a little bit pre-show. So, like, Kyler Gordon's coming off the IR. Huge to have him back. But like you said, he only played 3 games this year. How do you feel about putting him in there in the slot?
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. It's like, I think the Bears, what I'll say about the fact that we beat them with Jordan Love on the bench is I don't think that we're equipped to handle a scrambling quarterback.
Oh, that's true.
The middle of the field has been very soft that we've seen in the last couple of games. I think Kyler Gordon, who plays a nickel, who I think does help command the middle of the field,
absolutely,
could improve that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the point I was trying to make before we started recording is how football shape could he really be, especially with all these lower extremity injuries, soft tissue injuries that he's been experiencing.
I mean, I don't know. Jalen Johnson was annoying the crap out of me last week too in week 18, and like he's just getting burned by Amon-Ra St. Brown and like these crossing patterns. Like, dude, we couldn't defend a crossing pattern to save our lives.
But here's the thing.
That's partly on the defensive line too.
Of course, yeah. But 19 points allowed.
I hear you.
Goff.
I hear you.
Yeah, certainly it didn't look good. Like you're getting gashed, but you know what? They're tightening up when the defense is not spread out. And we are able to attack the ball a little bit more.
Yeah,
that's where those interceptions come from. I'm not sold in the narrative like we have a great offense and we have a terrible defense.
No,
because the offense is so hot and cold, and the defense has kept us in and won games before. So
what I don't want to see though is I don't want to see just the other thing too is the cardiac Bears, right? That's what it feels like. You're watching these Bears games and it's just like your just heart's going up, down. Like you're having heart attacks the whole game, which makes it fun. Don't get me wrong. Like it's exciting. It's good football, but like I don't want to see the Packers gashing the crap out of us all Saturday night. No. That bend don't break, and Caleb doing nothing for the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
I don't want to see that game script again.
We've got to come out to a stronger start offensively for sure.
So what do you think is the key to that? So is Rome going to play? Do we know?
I think Rome is going to play.
That's going to be huge.
It seems like that's always been Ben Johnson's thing. Is like Rome was trying to play through injury, and clearly he could do it, although his production definitely fell off. I think Ben Johnson made the conscious decision of like, you're sitting until this game, regardless.
My favorite thing has been over the past few weeks. It's kind of easy on the offense. Do you know what it's been?
What?
The emergence of Colson Loveland.
Oh, absolutely.
That, John, I can't believe I don't know if I was super vocal about the Tyler Warren thing, But like,
well, I remember we were at Soldier Field for the draft, and we drove home being like, "What did we just do?"
Well, thing was Tyler Warren's a football player, and he's pretty dang good, right? Yeah. But Colson Loveland is basically a receiver. Dude is a receiver. Yeah. He's an athlete, and like,
and he's become a safety blanket for Caleb.
He's a gamer.
Colson Loveland was targeted 13 times.
Yeah, he's a gamer.
Last week, which was more than double than anyone else was targeted, which is crazy. DJ Moore only had one catch. And our leading in receiving yards was Colson Loveland for the year.
That's what
for the year.
For the year. What a second half for Colson Loveland.
And we were sitting here week 5, week 6 being like, what did we draft a tight end in the top 10 for? Because we weren't even using it. It wasn't even that he was bad. It's just like he wasn't getting targeted. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But you know what? It was the same kind of thing with Luther Burden. And I think in retrospect, I've kind of learned through that experience.
Rookies take time.
Yeah, you got to learn the offense before you're designing plays for them.
Time out. Yeah. Everyone has to learn the offense because Ben Johnson came in fresh that year.
Well, yes, but like as a rookie, like getting up to speed,
game speed's fast.
But you know, I think really learning the language of an NFL offense before you're trusting them to run designed plays to them. Mm-hmm. The way that we are now seeing Luther Burden and Colson Loveland really take off is people who are like keys to this offense.
And I'm loving Luther Burden too. Like he stepped up. He's having a great game. But Colson Loveland's been my favorite. Yeah. Like not a lot of Magungai though, huh?
Yeah, Manunga. I mean, I think
not a lot of running. Like the running is there, but it's not like we're not.
There wasn't so much last week, but we were down for so much, and nothing was really happening on the run game. But you know what? I think there's so many people who just like the run the damn ball club. I'm just like.
Well, you need to. You need to run. Like this is a pro-style offense that requires successful running the ball in order to play action fake. It is imperative for this pro-style offense.
Yeah. So there's that. But I think the keys for me on offense is I really do think like ball's got to be in Caleb's hands. Like, and he's got to be trusted to be making plays on first.
Do you trust him?
Down, third down. Yeah, I do. And if I don't, I want to lose.
You want him to lose the game.
I want him to lose throwing 40 passes. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I want to see.
Well, I also want to see if they run 60 plays, I want to see. You want him to throw the ball 40 times?
I do. I mean, if we lose, I don't want his stat line to be 13 for 25.
Oh, that would be awful.
145 yards.
I mean, yeah. What if it was like say 300 yards and 3 picks?
If that's the way we lose, that's the way we lose. Okay. I'd rather be sitting here saying that we gave Caleb his opportunity to be the big time guy.
And if he's not the big time guy, how do you feel about that?
He's still second year. I mean, you know what? Like if we lose this game, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm not going to say this season is a failure. I think a lot of it is going to be 5 years down the line. Like, did we find that Ben Johnson was able to have sustained success and not a Matt Nagy situation where Matt Nagy won the coach of the year. And then after that, it seemed like he mostly got figured out. That being said, I do think this team has got better personnel offensively than Matt Nagy ever had.
Man.
For sure.
Yeah. Just all around between the offensive line, the tight ends, the receivers.
Matt Nagy's been the butt of a lot of jokes, especially because he's in like the head coach hiring circuit now. Tennessee apparently brought him in for an interview, allegedly. And I think everyone in Chicago wants to kind of laugh about it. I didn't think Matt Nagy was the problem personally. I thought he was a better coach than Matt Eberflus.
Just to go down that path real quick, if I'm taking a head coaching job, it is not Tennessee.
Oh no, yeah.
That organization is a joke. Number one. And number two, there is not a single like legitimate player. Cam Ward, say what you want, but like he's got nothing around him. Second thing that I want to bring up, do you see John Harbaugh got fired?
I did. That's wild.
Unbelievable.
I don't know the type of hubris you have in Baltimore, but they're about to go 5-12 for the next 3 years.
Here's a great story that I saw about that. So John Harbaugh got fired. The next day, I guess his agent was talking. There are 7.
Oh, yeah. He's going to get a job immediately.
Hang on. There are 7 openings in the NFL for a head coaching job. Guess how many calls he got?
I heard 7. I've heard this as well.
And that 7 is including the Ravens. So what does that tell you?
What do you mean?
So there are 7.
So someone who has a coach, yes.
Has a coach.
I've heard the same thing.
Is willing to move on from their current head coach to bring in John Harbaugh.
Which I don't disagree with.
I'm saying that if we didn't have Ben Johnson, I would be saying the same damn thing.
And in terms of like, I hate to, we've had so many conversations about how we would feel if we lose this game, which is, probably just a function of the last couple of years that we've lived our lives. But I think that we are in a position, we have a quarterback, we have our coach, we should have a couple of years ahead of us, and we have a young core. Like
Great core.
Yeah, like we're
under good contracts too.
We're not getting more expensive for a couple more years. So we should have sustained success for the next couple of years. That being said, the Lions should have been good too. They didn't make the playoffs. If we're sitting here 9-8, not making the playoffs, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed.
Well, when I look at the standings here, it's like up and up, down and down. Who knows what's going on over here? Yeah. And I mean, the Packers still TBD to figure out. Can you go back to their playoff picture?
Sure.
This is actually something really interesting. So I'm actually doing a playoff pool right now, and my final 4 teams. I'm going to tell you who they are, and you tell me if you notice a trend. AFC is going to be the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots.
Sure.
NFC are going to be San Francisco and the Bears. Do you see any trend between 3 out of 4 of those teams?
Rookie year or second year sophomore quarterbacks.
That draft class is going to go down as one of the best draft classes ever.
Especially if Jaden Daniels makes a bounce back.
I am telling you this right now, John. That is going to be one of the best draft classes ever. Between Drake May is just absolutely unbelievable. Bo Nix is a G, and Caleb.
I have not seen enough Bo Nix. The narrative earlier in the season was he was getting away with it. No, I thought it was the defense. I don't know. We'll see.
He's a stud.
Yep. So
he's a gamer. He's a gamer in Sean Payton's offense. Like, he needed someone to execute, and Bo Nix executes. And I'm just saying though that like, it's great to see that there's the passing of the torch.
Yeah, that's so true, because this is like a more interesting playoffs
100%
than we've had in at least 10 years.
Dude,
like it is wide open. And we've got names that we've never seen there before. I mean,
like the Jags,
the Jaguars. Like, I mean, Justin Herbert's kind of been around, but everyone's kind of been waiting for him.
Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is finally going to get
Carolina.
The Panthers, former first overall Bryce Young. Got Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold in the 1 seed.
Yes, it's exciting. So I mean,
how do you feel about that, Vikings fans?
Yeah, for real.
Letting go Sammy Darnold.
Did you see, like, I think it was the first play of the game last week that J.J. McCarthy ran out of bounds, trucked somebody, got in his face, and got, like, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Like, it was really egregious. I was watching it being like, whoa, man.
I'll root for JJ. He's a hometown guy, like, from that standpoint, but, like, I just don't know what's going on. He's either injured
I don't know yet.
Or making bad plays, bad decisions. Yeah. Like, I mean, whatever.
Yeah. The Vikings got rid of Sam Darnold and completely destabilized their situation.
We know who drafted him, right?
Who drafted
Sam Darnold? Yeah.
Jets.
The New York Football Jets. Third overall, then he got mono. And I was like, this guy's going nowhere. But, like, he was 20 years old when he got drafted in the NFL.
Was he really? I didn't know he was that
super young. The other fun thing that I wanted to bring up, do you know our other tight end, Cole Kmet, who I absolutely adore as well, hometown guy as well,
made a fantastic catch on that second 2-point conversion.
Oh,
he had diving catch, rocket, got decked in midair.
Dude, gamer.
I can't believe he held on to that.
Gamer.
I'll root for Cole Kmet. I really hope that there continues to be a role. He got paid. He might not get another contract with the role that he's currently working in, but
well, he's got a sister. Her name is Frankie. Did you hear about this?
Yes.
And she's dating.
I don't know who, but
it's like Luke Van Ness.
Yes, a Green Bay Packer.
You know where he went to college?
No, Illinois State.
No. Unbelievable game, guys. My Redbird fans out there.
Shouts to Ilstu, I suppose.
I'm just gonna tell my Ilstu boys out there. I was an academic senator, and I sat on the I guess you call it the athletics board, if you will, and I sat there and I said, having a successful athletic program matters. And they're telling me everyone loses money, blah, 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 blah. We have more hype around our school right now than we've ever had. And that's making us a national championship.
But, okay,
continue.
Yeah, sure, hype.
I'm just telling you.
What is hype worth?
But people are talking about us again, which is great. Alumni are proud, and it brings – there's an unquantifiable amount by having a successful sports team, even if it is at the FCS level. I don't care.
If I'm the president of a university, I take your statement and say, how about a quantifiable amount of success?
And then I would say, what about the millions of dollars that just got poured in from NIL money?
I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. That's for someone smarter in a different field than me.
Anyways, do you know where Luke Van Ness went to college?
Where did he go to college?
If you didn't go to Ilstu, what would be your second guess? Iowa. Defensive end.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah. He's like the 8th overall pick, 10th overall pick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I looked him up. He's pretty solid. But anyways,
Cole. Your point to just let dog on Cole Kmet for having a traitor sister?
Cole Kmet does not talk to his sister. during Packers week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm saying he's through and through Bears fan.
I like Komet.
I love him.
Yeah. Like I said, I hope that we can continue to find him a place in this offense, even with the emergence of Colston Loveland.
So let me ask you, well, I got a couple questions. Do you want to do the final score, or do you want me to do the other one first?
Do the other one first.
Who gets the touchdowns?
Who gets what touchdowns?
Who
scores touchdowns this week?
Yeah.
God, it's hard to. I mean, basically, you're asking me for anytime touchdowns for the Bears specifically.
Well, I'm just saying in general, like who's gonna get the rock? Like who?
DeAndre Swift. I think he'll score a touchdown.
Do you think he'll get in? Okay, so we're gonna get the run game going. Okay, I like it.
Well, DeAndre Swift is usually good for like they give him a good amount of goal line carries.
Sure.
And he'll often break one from like the 20-yard line and has the speed to get it in.
Oh wow! Wait, is DeAndre Swift? Is he a good back?
Well, the 7th round pick rookie is also looking to be a good back in this offense. So I'll take your point, but I ask you to kindly pump the brakes because we both watched the same DeAndre Swift last year.
I'm just saying, dude's a baller. He does pretty well. Anyway, so you like DeAndre Swift? Who else you like? I want like a dirty guy, not a dirty guy, but like a non-obvious.
Connor Smythe. You want Connor Smythe to score one?
No, I was thinking like so. I think Colson probably gets in the end zone. I think, and I bet you. I'd like to see. Will it be Komet? I don't know, man.
I think Rome will play.
You think Rome plays? Think he has a good game?
If he's, I mean, Rome was the touchdown guy. Rome, I had Rome.
I remember
for the first 5 weeks, and he was like a touchdown a game, or like I think he had 2 1 week, like for the first 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, I remember you were super excited about that. How did your fantasy season end again? I forgot.
4th place.
And what was the payday for that 4th place?
0.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah. Anything else?
No, just remind the fans how many picks you have next year.
Who do you think is going to score touchdowns?
I told you I like Colson Loveland for sure. You think Caleb rushes one?
No.
No?
I think Caleb is really. I've actually been surprised he has not been running the ball much lately. He definitely didn't last week.
He's twitchy. I love it.
No, he gets out of the pocket, but he's got his eyes downfield.
Do you know what I actually heard? That kind of twitchy kind of remind me. Do you know what I heard was a great criticism of the Bears offense last week?
What?
There was little to none pre-snap motion.
I had not noticed that.
And what have I been preaching for years?
Pre-snap motion.
You
know what?
Snap
the
motion.
simple game plan thing. People are like, that doesn't make any sense to me because it seems like they were trying to win game.
I love the eye candy.
It
just gets me.
Was Ben Johnson trying to keep stuff off tape, kind of keeping things vanilla?
I heard that. Yeah.
Like there is even the 2-point conversions like were very like whatever.
Do you know what the one thing I want to go back to that we didn't get to talk about was the Niners game? Did you notice Shanahan's pre-snap motion that he does?
No, Kevin, I did not.
Okay, so what's his name? Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback?
Yeah.
So he would run. Do you remember like the double wing offense that they used to run? Like they would run it, like Lincoln East used to run it.
Sure.
They would run the double back and they would like run him either back in motion or a jet. Sure. Right? Juszczyk, whatever, would do the same thing. So basically they were running him from like an offset like tight end sort of thing, and he would do a diagonal motion to the backfield and then be the lead blocker for CMC. I'm just saying, like, this pre-snap motion and getting your players in the right position to the right things, you're basically giving them a running head start. Why wouldn't you do that every single time?
Yeah, but I think a lot of the pre-snap, you're right that people like have put an emphasis on pre-snap motion, but I don't think I don't think it's so much that as it kind of keys into what the defense is.
Well, it gives you
man versus zone. How do they shift? And basically, it's just kind of like your litmus test for what you're looking at as a quarterback.
It also gives you confusion on the defensive side of the ball, without question. Like
it could, yeah.
Like it can't not provide confusion.
Yeah,
I think it's beautiful. I'm just saying, I saw the trend early and I love it.
A few stats before we wrap up with our score predictions. So Bears offensive points per game, 25.9. Packers, 23. So Bears are top 10. Packers are kind of middle of the pack.
I mean, it's a 2-point spread.
Yards a game, 369 Bears, 333 Packers.
Okay.
Rushing offense, Bears are top 5 in the league in rushing offense. Packers are kind of middle of the road. And then we kind of get to the defense. Points allowed, it's 24.4 for the Bears. 21.2 for the Packers.
So 3-point spread.
The Packers have looked worse than that on defense over the last week. The Packers have not won a game since they beat the Bears the first time around.
I did hear that.
So they're on a 4-game losing streak. Yeah. The Bears are also, their last win also came against the Packers. and a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah, so not a lot of momentum. But you know what? I'm feeling really good coming off that Niners game. Felt like that was one of the best games that I've personally ever seen as a fan of football.
Yeah.
Great game. And, you know, the Lions game kind of stunk the first couple quarters, but it turned around. It was still a super exciting game.
Yeah.
I think we have a even though we lost these past 2 games, they're not like gut punch losses.
We also need to keep in mind, so we just lost an emotional game to a very physical opponent, and we're coming on a short week. The Packers rested their starters.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider.
Yes and no.
I think it's a worry for me. We're not talking about like.
I think do you remember how many teams used to lose? Remember in the old playoffs and 6 guys used to get the or 2 teams used to get the bye?
6 playoff teams and 2 teams got the bye.
Remember how many teams would lose after the bye?
That was kind of Peyton Manning's MO.
Yeah.
But like they'd run so far ahead, they'd clinch like a 1 or a 2 seed.
And they'd get
like
soft.
2 or 3 weeks, and then they'd bench people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the fact now that there's only one by seed in each conference, I think has kind of changed that arithmetic a lot.
But I'm just saying, though, when you bench someone week 18, just have that in the back of your head.
I don't feel that way in this circumstance. I think.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
I was gonna say, I think like, you know, a lot of it was made about the teams in the college football playoff. The teams first bye week are not playing well.
Okay.
But I think that's a much longer layoff.
But that also flipped the script this year, because there's only been 2 years of that, and that was last year. Every bye team lost. This season, that's not true.
Who was it that lost to Miami? Was it Ohio State? No, who was it? Was it Ohio State?
Yeah, Ohio State.
Yeah. So that was like the kind of poster child for that. Is like they came out too flat. They'd been off for however many weeks at that point.
Carson back. What I did want to say, the story I opened with about the guy I work with from Detroit that's like, hey, we beat you twice. You know what he was like, and I was like, oh, who's playing on Saturday? About, and he laughed. You know what he did tell me? The last thing he told me?
What?
He said he's rooting for us this week because he wants to see Green Bay lose. What I can tell you is I bet you Detroit's rooting for us.
I don't know.
And I bet you Minnesota's rooting for us too.
I don't know.
Because no one wants to see the Packers continuously succeed. Is it the same way I feel like how we kind of rooted for Detroit a little bit? Did we not? Because we're pretty awful franchise there for a few years.
I think if you polled Detroit as a whole, they want to see Ben Johnson lose. I think that's the way I think they would feel about it.
Over the Packers?
I think so.
Oh,
I don't know.
I bet you not. I work with another guy from Detroit. I'll ask him. I work with a couple guys. I have 2 offices up there.
Did you see like the?
You know Detroit contacts. Ask them. Ask them what they think.
That's a good point.
I'll ask my contacts too.
Sure, I'll do that. The other thing, do you see like Dave Portnoy had some like viral clip about like the boogeyman coming to town. The Bears don't want any of this matchup. They're such a fragile fan base. And it just kind of goes, okay, I don't even want to talk about that. It just kind of goes to show like the
polarness.
Yeah, just like saying polarizing things. Like when I first heard that, I'm just like, why is he saying that we're a fragile fan base? It's just like, oh, because we learned it firsthand that saying negative things about the Bears gets you views right now. Remember like our first video of this season was Caleb Williams is having a bad training camp. Best video easily by far.
I know. Yeah, yes. We did good on that one. I know.
So that's just like a lesson for anyone who did see that and got mad. Don't engage with that kind of bullshit.
Caleb doesn't want to come to Chicago.
Yeah, all that kind of BS. Yeah. So
that one did good too.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say about David Portnoy though, that's very interesting is like he has put a foothold Barstool in Chicago. Like it's kind of like their second HQ. They've put a ton of money in here.
I love Big Cat.
Yeah, Big Cat objectively is he's great. Mm-hmm. Okay, like just putting it out there, he's awesome. But like that's probably just for the media stuff is what I'm saying. He probably doesn't actually think that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. So in terms of keys to the game, what I want to see here's what I want to see. I don't want to see Aaron Jones running down our throat. I want Jordan Love to be the one to beat us.
Aaron Jones hasn't played for the Packers in 3 years.
No, Aaron Jones is on the Vikings now.
Josh Jacobs.
Sorry.
Former rushing champion Josh Jacobs.
So I think the Bears need to stop the run. I think that we need to also protect the middle of the field, which those things are so contradictory. I'm not sure you can do it because either your linebackers are playing up or they're playing back.
Mm-hmm.
But I think those are the 2 biggest things. we lost. I think in both games it was just like over the top. We did not play Ben versus but don't break against Malik Willis and Jordan Love. So I think that we need to.
You know what my key to the game is on defense?
What?
It's Austin Booker.
Yeah.
He's been playing good. He gets a couple sacks this game. That's a game changer.
I think that we need to get Jordan Love just uncomfortable enough that he throws some picks.
Hurt him.
There isn't a quarterback I think in the playoffs right now who is more susceptible to doing that, except for maybe Sam Darnold.
No, Sam Darnold's the number 1 seed.
Dude
gets to sit on his spot.
Sam Darnold. Well, yeah, it's not happening this week.
No, I bet of this list here, it goes Bryce Young number 1
in terms of picks.
Yeah, number 2. I'm not saying most susceptible to picks. Number 2, Jalen Hurts. Number 3. Maybe Caleb or CJ.
I don't know.
Well, wait, give me the stats. Who's got the most?
Okay, all right.
Tell me.
I'm trying. This takes a second. So, all right. Is this going to give me? Oh no, here we go. So the most interceptions thrown this year is Geno Smith with 17.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Tua. Who's number 3? Too late. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has thrown the most interceptions of anyone in the playoffs. Interesting. I did not know this. Number 4, Justin Herbert.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's see your number 1 that you love to say. You love to say such definitive things based on vibes.
Who are you going to trust more with the game on the line?
That's not the conversation we're having, shithead. Bryce Young has thrown 11 interceptions, which is 3 less than Sam Darnold.
I'd rather have Sam Darnold than Bryce Young any day of the week. I watched Bryce Young lose a make it or break it playoff. Like they just had to beat the Bucs to get in the playoffs.
Just had to beat the Bucs.
But I'm just saying though, and he just couldn't get the job done. He's just not him.
I'm not going to say you're being a Bryce Young apologist, but he's not the one that is most likely to turn the ball over. It is Sam Darnold. And I don't know where Jordan Love is on that list, but Jordan Love has missed like a couple of games, so it doesn't matter. So that's offense. I want to make them throw it on us. I want to make sure that they're not getting anything over the top. Bend but don't break. I don't care if we give up a ton of yards. I think that if we keep them under 20 points, that we win this game. On offense, I want to come out firing. I don't want a slow start. Give Caleb a couple of, I want to see the first pass, the first play of the game be a pass and a quick, easy pitch and catch. Come out with your simplest, best play that's going to get someone open in the flat. Establish that rhythm. I want to see a lot of passes on first down. Get us a second short, run the ball, third down, keep passing.
So inverse. You want inverse of it.
I hate, some people are just like, run, pass, run on first down. No. Let's try and get some chunks. Let's get the ball. I don't know. I just want to see the quarterbacks be the ones to beat us.
Sure.
I don't want to be sitting there watching a game and just see Josh Jacobs running it down our throat and us getting stymied at the line. I don't want to see 20 rushes for 3.5 yards a rush.
Well, if I'm the Packers, my game plan is to not let Jordan Love lose us the game.
Yeah, I mean
it's to give the ball to Josh Jacobs and you ride that man.
So I think that
you can ride Josh Jacobs. That's the best thing. He's a premier back in the NFL. By the way, Sam Darnold had a game where he threw 4 picks against the Rams. Just want to put that out there. I don't think Sam Darnold is the least competent up there. But that's my game plan if I'm the Packers.
Yeah.
No, give it to Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
You think Matthew Golden catches a ball, catches a pass?
He's the there was a stat about him not there was a list of first round wide receivers who didn't catch a
touchdown pass.
Yeah, Kevin White was on that list. It's a pretty rare list.
Kevin White.
Yeah.
Do you remember where he went to college?
I don't.
I think he went to Virginia Tech.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter to me.
Why? Because I remember these things, John.
Yeah, I do. West Virginia.
I'm going to throw out my prediction, and I've been thinking about this all day. And no one should tail me. No one should think that this is completely biased. This is just completely
West Virginia. Nailed it.
What I'm feeling. You almost nailed it.
Got it.
I almost got it.
Well, I said VT, and then I was like, no, that's not right.
I'm not sure you said VT, but
I said Virginia Tech, and then I corrected myself. I said, no, West Virginia. Nailed it.
I don't care.
Got it right.
I am going to make the score prediction based completely on something that's just burning inside of me. 24-13 Bears.
What is it?
24-13 Bears.
Ooh, double-digit win.
Just based on Really nothing at all. No one should take any stock in this. I don't want anyone laughing at me. Any Packers fans being like, "Oh, they really thought they were going to be by double digits." It's not based on anything sound. I will say I'm going to be at the game.
Oh wow!
And it is on my birthday.
Wow, is that
35 years old? Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. I've been telling people.
It is Saturday.
I've been one person texted me that, being like, "Oh, it's Bears playing the Packers on John's birthday." I'm like, "Yeah, it's could shape up to be the worst day of my life. Worst birthday of my life, I'll say."
You know, Kevin White's younger than us.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah, he's 33.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of he played forever ago.
He actually played for 7 years in the league.
Only probably 2 or 3 with the Bears, I'd imagine. I think he went to the Falcons.
Yeah. Wow. Look at you. You're killing it. Yeah. He played Arizona, Niners, and Saints. I thought it was Falcons too.
I'm surprised I personally wasn't upset about him being a bust.
7th overall pick.
Yeah, I know it's high. You don't like seeing those be busts. But I think I was a little bit.
That's a swing and a miss.
I was less attuned to how important the draft was 10 years ago. So.
Do you remember who drafted him in fantasy?
Was you?
When he was hurt already.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was already hurt. He had a leg injury.
No good. All right. So what are your keys to the game? What do you think the score is going to be? To wrap this up?
Well, I like the Caleb's going to win it. I think Austin Booker needs to get a couple sacks. Yeah. He needs to be legitimately a game changer. Jalen Johnson needs to step the F up. Like, be that all-pro. You want to be a top 100 player? Effing show it in the freaking playoffs, bro.
It's hard for me to really... I'm not criticizing Jalen Johnson because what I think I said it on the podcast. When they said they were bringing him back, like, my first thought was he had a tendon that fell off of his hip. And he had some sort of surgery. Yeah. And I'm like, that doesn't feel like something that you just you physical therapy your way back onto the field for. There's going to be some lasting effects of that, or it's going to get re-aggravated.
Yeah.
So maybe that's kind of what we're seeing. So
I like a Bears victory, but I like an odd score. I'm going to say something completely like a 25-23 score. How do they get to 25-23 is the next question.
It's 2 touchdowns and 3, it's not
There's going to be some 2-point conversions in there. I think it's going to be a wild game.
Some missed extra points.
Dude, it's going to be a wild game. Like, we're talking it's going to be epic.
I'm right now I'm in a place of how do I approach this game? How do I approach this day? What mentality did I go in? I remember when I was a little bit younger, I think in my early 20s, I was so viscerally affected about going to games and the outcomes of them. I didn't consume any alcohol at all. So I'm just wondering about what my mindset should be, how I should approach it. Should I go to church? Should I work out? Should I have a juice cleanse beforehand? I wish that we had any winning seasons or I had any sort of winning habits established that I could at least point to. There's something I feel so what's the word I'm looking for?
You control the destiny?
No, I feel so superstitious.
Control your destiny.
About so much about this. Part of me, remember my old habit of every important game I'd bet against my heart. Just at least I feel like if I do that, I feel like if I won because they lost, I would feel like my bet played a role in it.
Yeah.
I am the most crunchy, superstitious person in the world in every other aspect of my life.
The Bears have been very profitable this year, though, so that's all I'm going to say.
Have they been good against the spread?
I don't bet. I just bet straight money line. But I think the Bears get it done. They have to get it done. And as far as what to do, I don't suggest doing a juice cleanse before you go.
Why not?
When's the last time you've been to church? Isn't today Orthodox Christmas?
Not Greek Orthodox. I was a little bit confused. I saw Alex's friend of the podcast, Alex.
Yeah.
Literary Alex.
Yeah. I know it's Serbian Orthodox.
Yeah, she said that, but then I think she also kind of mentioned that maybe it was Greek Orthodox as well. I don't believe that that's the case. Maybe it's not all Greek because we've always celebrated Christmas the same.
That's Pasha said the same thing. Asked me, and I was like, I think Johnny just doesn't like regular Christmas.
No, but I'm pretty sure that.
Okay, so many Greek Orthodox Christians on December 25th aligning with the civil calendar.
It probably splits.
While others still follow the older, placing it on January 7th, with traditions including midnight mass, fasting, blah, 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 and the 12 days.
Because Easter's that way for us. It's different than everybody else's a little bit, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So the Bears win this. I think that we're probably looking at... I think San Fran beats the Eagles.
I do too.
So basically, it reseeds. So the Seahawks.
Oh, we'll play to San Fran.
The Seahawks will get the lowest seed that's remaining. So let's say it's San Francisco. So we'd probably get the second, which I'm imagining would be the Rams.
And we get to play it at home.
Yeah. That's why the second seed was so important, which is why I don't believe that Ben Johnson was just trying to keep stuff off of tape.
Sure.
Because we're likely, if we win this game, to get one of these warm weather California teams to come to Soldier Field, which I hope is just an atrociously terrible environment to play football. That's how we get to the NFC Championship game.
Unless we go play the Eagles.
And who knows? This is so wide open. This is exciting. Even if the Bears don't have extended time in the playoffs, I think this is, if you're new to football. If you're new to football, you don't have a lot of context for the differences in playoffs. This one is special. This is different.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And I'm not talking from a Bears fan's perspective. This is a
football
different
fan.
We're not sitting here being the
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, or the Chiefs are 14-2. Everyone's expecting them to go.
Who's your pick for Super Bowl?
Gun to my head, I would say Rams.
That's a lot of people's favorite.
If I wanted to get spicy, I'm not gonna get spicy. I would say Rams Texans.
Ooh, that is spicy.
I don't believe in the Patriots.
Okay.
I don't believe in the Broncos.
That's what I believe in.
Josh Allen, everyone's wanted to believe in him for so long.
Yeah.
But they're a low seed. They're gonna have to, get reseeded
Doesn't
to some of
matter.
the better teams. I think that this defense is too good. And
Great defense.
And that offense, CJ Stroud, if he comes alive, they've got good receivers. They've got talent there. So I think that the
Nico Collins.
Yes. I think that's who I would pick.
Okay, I like the Broncos. I like them for the Super Bowl this year. I really do. Not just at the 1 seed, but I think Sean Payton gets the job done. I think it's hard to go into Denver and win, and then once you get to the big game, anything can happen.
Yeah.
But the fact they have home field advantage throughout, it's just so hard to go into Denver and to win.
Yeah.
And between the defense and special teams and Bo Nix's execution.
So who are you saying from NFC?
The other thing I was going to say about the AFC too is that the winner of this game, that they're going to be dangerous. I think whoever wins this game, it's either going to be the Broncos, whoever wins this game coming out, is honestly what I think. On the NFC side, I mean, the Rams are the spicy pick right now. The Niners look good. I mean,
the Niners don't look good. So the Niners just
doesn't matter.
3 points against the Seahawks.
Doesn't matter. Anyone in the NFC West right now is looking very good right now.
Everybody's got a game in this playoffs that you could just be like, wow, they were exposed.
Yeah, and
that's what's so different about this playoffs. It's just I could believe that any of these teams could lay an egg.
Who do you think, if you had who's the worst? Who's got no shot? Obviously Carolina, so they're out.
The Steelers have no shot.
Can you imagine?
They're not going to win.
Can you imagine
that? Aaron Rodgers is
too
old against this.
What a game!
I'm excited.
I'm excited for football this weekend. It's gonna be fun.
It'll be fun. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's kind of all I got.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we've been on here much longer than I expected, but
it's an important one. I mean, this is kind of what it's all been leading up to. Is we have a playoff game. It's a big deal. It's the first playoff game since 2020. I don't even remember that playoffs. That's a black hole in my mind. That's just
it was COVID year.
That's kind of like a lost playoffs in my mind.
Yeah, I don't remember
anything about that.
Who was even the quarterback back then? Justin?
I think it was still Mitch. No, Justin didn't play any playoff games. It was Mitch still. It was Mitch's last. I believe. No, Mitch played one more after that. I know it was Mitch. It was not.
It was
Justin.
Mitch.
It was Mitch.
Gosh, what a guy.
Yeah, Mitch and Nagy had a winning record with the Bears.
Mitch is expecting another child. I'm really happy for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, 2020 was still that was his last season, and it wasn't because maybe
no,
because 6-3.
They wouldn't have gotten rid of him. It wasn't his last season. He played 2021.
Just really quick, let me just tell you how Mitch did last week. Week 17, he went 22 for 29 for 259 yards passing and 4 touchdowns.
Good for him.
4 touchdowns.
Maybe he'll get another shot at some point. I doubt it, but. Thing is, a guy like Mitch would go to a team that is not good, and then he wouldn't succeed.
You know what would be a good spot for him?
Where?
Tennessee with Matt Nagy.
Exactly. I'd love to see it, but
Can you
it
imagine?
wouldn't work out well for either one of them.
You know what would actually be probably a good move? Nagy go to Vegas, Mitch go to Vegas, draft a quarterback, sit him for a year behind Mitch. Mitch can probably bring him up.
It's just not the way the NFL works anymore, man. We'll see. I don't know. It'd be interesting offseason too. There's just there's so much uncertainty among so many teams. Like you said, so many teams are looking for a new coach. So many teams don't have a quarterback.
We got one, I hope.
Yeah, and we got a head coach. In a time where there's just so much unrest among other teams in the league, uncertainty, it seems like we got the two biggest things locked up.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a young core.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go out and get Max Crosby in the offseason.
I like that.
Yeah. All right.
I like that.
But I think that's about our time.
I agree.
Any closing thoughts?
Let's go Bears.
Go Bears.
Good, better, best.
Never let it rest. Peace.